Call halal la Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Waha, Raha Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, bishops, elders, teachers, the men of great millstone. To you I say shalom. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. It's your brother, I'm Ryan. Let's get into it. I'm back on biometricupdate.com. Just reading through the latest news dealing with biometrics, okay? And if you're not knowing, we're coming into that time where the MOTB is about to be made mandatory, okay? It's just a matter of time now. So they're fastballing or fast tracking anything dealing with biometrics, digital IDs, digital passports, etc. The article here is, it says, Smile ID surges past 150 million identity verifications completed. Goes on to say, selfie biometrics provider Smile ID, formerly Smile Identity, has achieved the completion of 150 million identity verifications, 5 months after announcing 100 million identity checks complete. In a recent X post, the company says, we're accelerating at an unprecedented pace. Thanks to our amazing customers, partners, and teams, as we continue to innovate and expand, we remain committed to providing secure, reliable identity verification solutions across Africa and beyond. And all this is alluding to is they've pretty much mapped out all of Africa at this point, okay? Now, I'm not sure how many residents dwell in Africa, but this is dealing... Matter of fact, let's just show you something real quick. So, Smile ID is Africa's leading digital identity verification, fraud detection, anti-money laundering, and KYC compliance solution for businesses scaling across the continent. Okay? So, if they have 150 million identities already verified, they're tracking and tracing people relatively quick. And as they always experiment in Africa, this began in Africa. It's soon to come to a city near you. Okay, these type of tracking systems have been deployed in China, Sweden, and other countries around the world as well. No doubt to roll out Esau Edom's agenda, that NWO, okay? So as we come into the times that we're coming into, it's starting to speed up pace. As the Lord said, like a woman in travail or a woman giving birth, the pains start out far apart, but the contractions are beginning to get closer and closer together, okay? So we must keep our eyes on these situations. Now, it goes on to say the company headquartered in Lagos attributes this milestone to efforts over 2,000 partners, including fintech firms, telecommunication companies, and government agencies, right? Because this is a part of that deep state agenda to roll out that NWO. And if you don't understand what the deep state is, it's basically a secret panel who are confederate to run your governments behind the scenes, okay? It would fall in the category of conspiracy theories. But no doubt those who are in the know that this is a very real conglomerate. Now, I don't want to hang on this article too long because there's another one I was looking at as well. And this is Arana launches police biometrics app for HID scanner. Okay? Goes on to say the rapid ID application was made to integrate with the HID Nomad 30 pocket reader, a single fingerprint reader for law enforcement that can be used outside of police premises by connecting to a smartphone, tablet, or laptop, right? So it ain't gonna be no more lying about your identity. Once this system get put in place, and no doubt this is gonna be very important when it comes to martial law, when you try to escape your prisons, which will no doubt be without bars, They will stop you and identify you on the spot, okay, because they're going to use these fingerprint scanners that can be used right from the police officer or military personnel's phone, okay. Goes on to say the HID Nomad 30 pocket reader can fit into a pocket and capture fingerprints even in challenging lighting conditions. So, again, good luck in the very near future trying to hide your identity. If you are an enemy of the state and they come across your path, they're going to be able to verify your identity very quickly. Not to mention facial recognition, all these different devices that Satan is rolling out that is going to be used to implement the NWO. That's going to be used to track and trace you. That's going to be used to roll out their MOT to the B agenda. Okay? And that's spoken of in Revelations chapter 13, verse 16 on down. Okay? No man might buy or sell unless he have the mark. No one is going to participate in the coming new world coming economy without being tracked and traced and identified. And no doubt having that micro C-hip implanted under their skin. So we're coming into some fascinating times, and it's speeding up as we speak. They're getting clever. They're getting, they have left no stone unturned, okay? And the devices that are coming into the world are not for your good. Trust and believe. This Nomad 30 pocket reader is not for your good, okay? The Smile ID system is not for your good, okay? It is to implement slavery under technocracy, and that is what's coming in the very near future. So you can find these articles on biometricupdate.com, and let's grab a few scriptures and call it a day. All right. This is Psalms chapter 37, and I'll begin at verse 1. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." Right. And in these latter days, we are finding out the workers of iniquity, beginning with the nation of Esau, Edom, Idumea, namely the so-called self-proclaimed white man that rules in the world today and his cohorts, they're working iniquity because they're trying to roll out their NWO, okay? Their deep state agenda. And they've imagined devices to enslave the masses, not just you children of Israel, but the masses, even those of their own countrymen, with these devices, okay? And it will be slavery under technocracy. Verse 2, "For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb." Right. As the Lord says in Job, when they are about to fill their belly, he shall rain upon them judgment. Roughly paraphrasing, okay? So verse 3 says, "Trust in Yahweh and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in Yahweh, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart." Right. And as one of the hopeful elect, okay, the desires of our heart is to be removed out of captivity under these heathens, to be set back in our own land, okay, to be headed, the government that we are looking to serve will be headed by Yahweh Shai, Yahweh's son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, in righteousness, man. Okay? We're tired of all this wickedness that we have been subjected to for our disobedience to our power. So the desires of our heart it is the promises that are outlined to the children of Israel throughout these scriptures. Verse 5, "Commit thy way unto Yahweh, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." Right. The man that's bringing wicked devices to pass is the nation of Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man and his cohorts, okay? Now, their devices they are imagining are not just those of violence, but those of bondage, okay? Because he wants to implement his deep state agenda in these latter days and enslave the masses. And those that don't want to get down are going to have to lay down. If you remember that movie, okay? From here, I wanted to grab real quick. It says, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And we know that the so-called self-proclaimed white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, okay? And if he gets an advantage of you, it is through your ignorance, your lack of knowledge, for not taking heed to the warnings that have been coming from the men of the Lord, okay? That this man is about to implement his NWO, that he is going to come down upon the people having great wrath because he knows that his time is short. So verse 11 again, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, the children of Israel, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? His imaginations, the inventions of his heart. These devices such as the Smile ID, right? Such as, let's see, the Rapid ID application, Nomad 30 pocket reader. Okay, these are just some of the devices he is imagining and has brought to reality. Okay, now from here I'm going to go back to Psalms. And I'm going to go up to Psalms chapter 140. And I'll begin at verse 1. It says, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. Right. In these latter days, we're going to need the protection of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, you confusion of face, speckled birds, you have no power. You are as a worm to an eagle's talons. There's nothing you can do to protect yourself from what's coming. And if the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is not covering you, you're going to fall victim in these latter days. So again, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in his heart. In their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent men who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Right. Huh? And that's what they're imagining with these devices they are rolling out, man. To overthrow my goings and your goings and their own countrymen's going. Because this devil has a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. He wants to rule like the Most High. He wants to know everything like the Most High. And all of his devices, his inventions, are to bring forth his agenda, to become like God. Verse 5, the proud have hid a snare for me. They have laid a trap, right? And cords, they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah. I said unto Yahweh, thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplication, O Yahweh. Right. The only way you're going to be saved in these latter days is if Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai protects you and saves you from what is coming. And that is only by election. That's why we say only the elect are going to receive salvation, man. Okay? And I pray that I'm a portion of that number, but none of us know until the time gets here and you receive salvation. I'll end out in one more. We're going to go to 2 Ezra chapter 9 because we're talking about the devices, the inventions that are coming into the world. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it, right? The inventions. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people, that is the elect of the nation of Israel. Verse 22, let the multitude perish then which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Right. The Lord has his set number, his elect, that he is going to deliver and clothe with salvation. But to the rest, let them perish. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. Pray that we are of the election. Okay. You Akim laboring in this truth, you sincere Akim, I pray that the Lord protects you and your household from what is coming. And it's starting to speed up. The contractions are getting closer and closer together. So we must stay prayed up in these latter days. We must send up our curses up on America, Babylon the Great. And we must continue to go hard and be about our Father's business. Okay, keep your eyes open, stay on your watch in these latter days. Hopefully this has been edifying. Call halal la Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for this message. Until the next time, Israel, Shalom.